On this 50-point inspection from Big Ditch Brewing Company out of Buffalo, New York, of their Low Bridge Golden Ale. This beer comes in at, oh boy, I didn't even think about looking up what the ABV was. I can't even find it listed on the can right away. Maybe it'll be in Untapped. These are usually pretty low ABV, so if I had to guess, I would say it's anywhere between 4.5% ABV to maybe 5% ABV. That's my guess. But this beer was gifted to me from FLX Beer Reviews, so big thank you to Dan and Mike, and there will be a link to their channel at the end of this video. So, first time having anything from Big Ditch, and I haven't had a golden ale in a very long time. On the back here it does say it's a refreshing golden ale. Travelers on the Erie Canal would ride on top of packet boats as they made their way across New York State. To maintain safe passage under the bridges, the crew would yell, "Low bridge, everybody down." This bright and hoppy golden ale features old world American and German hops. Low Bridge has impressive depth of flavor, yet is also extremely drinkable and will always serve you well. Whether savoring it with a fine meal or while traveling to a faraway town, remember, Low Bridge, everybody down. Alright. So, this beer was canned in October 4th, 2022. Let's go ahead and crack into it and start this inspection. Broke out the dimple mug, because I just figured maybe it fits. I don't use this thing all that often. So anyways, the head on this is kind of a rocky white head. It is a nice golden color to the beer. It does have a good clarity to it as well. All right, some aromas. I've smelled this smell before, actually home brewing. Yeah, it's definitely from the malt. There's this kind of sweet character. I think I used like Golden Promise malt, and I think I was making a golden ale too at that time. Yeah, it's a very it's a smell I have smelled during a homebrew I was doing, or what the beer smelled like afterwards. It's a malty sweet, like kind of this bready note. It's almost got this like apricot candied sweetness. Yeah, a touch floral. Yeah, it's wow. That one brought me back. Let's take a swig here. Cheers. Yeah, so it's lightly like kind of like breadiness, a little bit of a bread crust going on. There's that distinct, I swear they're using like Golden Promise. I'm gonna have to look this up. Hopefully it says what malt they're using, but yeah, it's got this like flavor to it I've only tasted one other time, and it was in one of my home brews. But yeah, it's got this light bready malt presence, a little bit of a hoppiness to it. It's kind of floral-esque, maybe a little bit earth toned on the finish for the bitterness. Bitterness is kind of moderate, I would say, for the style. Does leave the palate pretty dry, kind of chalky feeling. Drinks with a medium body. Carbonation on it's on the lower side, medium. Kind of lends to sort of soft palate, but very, very drying. Very drying beer. Yeah, maybe a little bit of like a touch of like a hay note coming out of the malt as well. Maybe a little bit, I said like earthy, so maybe a little bit of grass as well, kind of on the finish, with the bitterness. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one a score. Okay, so I'm back. I looked it up just to see what malts they're using in this. It just says 2-row. I mean, which Golden Promise is like, I believe that is a 2-row version, but it doesn't specify as to what one they're using. Crystal, Carapils, and Biscuit. The hops are Cluster, Northern Brewer, Tettnang, and Crystal. The ABV on this is 4.8%. And on Untapped, it says it's bright, slightly fruity, and very hoppy golden ale. You know, it says all the stuff I read on the can already, but out of 6,508 ratings, this beer averages out at a 3.51 out of 5, which would put this beer 3.51. Wow. On my scale, that would just put this beer as drinkable. I think that's a horrible rating for this beer. For a golden ale, which are usually kind of bland, they're pretty much blondes, you know. This one has a little bit more character to it. I'm going to give the appearance on it a 6 out of 6. On the aromatics, I gave it an 8 out of 10. For the flavor score, I gave it a 13.5 out of 19. Body, 5 out of 5. And my overall, like I said, for a golden ale, this thing's got some decent flavors actually going for it. I mean, it's not an IPA, but it is what it is. It's a golden ale, but it's got a little bit more flavor than a typical golden ale, I feel. I'm at an 8 out of 10 for my overall, which is going to give the Big Ditch Brewing Company's Low Bridge golden ale a bumpy 40.5 out of 50, which is going to land this in between good and very good. So, you know, you make up your mind on that, I guess. I'll put it in the high-end good category. Yeah. So, anyways, I would like to thank FLX Beer Reviews once again for gifting me this beer and allowing me to try some Big Ditch. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of you for watching. Check out FLX Beer Reviews. They're going to be right there. Find them. Click on that. Bing, bing. And thank you all for watching.